John aka Chicken Fillets here. Now, I've been making videos on YouTube for well over 2 years now, and I've discussed and recommended a lot of JRPGs in my time. Now, this got me thinking about, well, what were the first lot of JRPGs which I discussed on this channel? So with this in mind, we're going to have a look at the first 7 JRPGs that I discussed on this channel. Now, before we get cracking on, if you like JRPGs, reminiscing about my past for some reason, and like a wee Scottish guy talking about it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now, without further ado, let's have a look into the past and see what JRPGs I was talking about. Hello! So you want to play Final Fantasy VII? But you don't know whether to or not, because you've got some questions and you want them answered. Don't worry, I've maybe got you covered. Let's go. Final Fantasy VII, the first JRPG that was discussed on my channel, the first video on my channel, and the first JRPG I ever played in general. A lot of firsts here, isn't there? Now, Final Fantasy VII is my all-time favourite JRPG. I mention this quite a lot on this channel. The journey of Cloud looking to defeat Sephiroth, the turn-based combat system, which just I fell in love with. I loved going into battle playing as the different characters. The likes of Cloud, Barret and Tifa were my usual 3 that I would have in battle. I thought that Barret having a gun arm was amazing. I used to have, when I was younger, I used to have like Lego kits where I used to put like little bits of like brick on like folks' arms, pretending it to be a Gatling gun like Barret's. Final Fantasy VII is a special game for me in general. I will always recommend this no matter how many times I do JRPG videos. I think it's quite interesting that this was my first video that I did for my channel, because back then when I started YouTube, well, I wasn't really focused on JRPGs. I was trying to get my footing in the door, see what kind of landed. I was always going to kind of go for JRPGs, but I wanted to see what kind of worked first, and I went for a full spectrum of games. So this is why on this video I'm mainly focusing on the JRPGs, because that's what you expect from this channel. Anyway, let's see what the second JRPG I spoke about.
Get down here, Merc.
Yep, Final Fantasy VII Remake. So yes, Final Fantasy VII Remake was the second JRPG I spoke about on this channel. The video was, should you play Final Fantasy VII Remake? And this was the follow-up to the first video, should you play Final Fantasy VII? Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake is an amazing title where you're just based in Midgar, and it's like a 30-hour game, expanded from the original, which only that section of the game was about 3 to 4 hours. The combat system in this is utterly fantastic with the hybrid action combat system. It gave a fully realised Midgar, and the characterization of everyone was just amazing. And looking back at the video as well, I mean, I'm still not really got the confidence there at all, and I kind of resort to memes quite a lot within my videos. It's amazing looking back at these. But yes, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and yes, I've always recommended this game on this channel. Let's see what's next. Fire Emblem Three Houses for Nintendo Switch, my favourite Fire Emblem game, and it was the first Fire Emblem game that I ever played, and the first Fire Emblem game that I spoke about on the channel. And I think that one was called Should You Play Fire Emblem, or Fire Emblem Play It.
And it was just basically telling you why you should play it. Fire Emblem Three Houses focuses on a character known as the Professor, or Blythe, or however you call them, who is a professor in a military academy called Garikma. And whatever house that you pick will determine which story route you go. There's loads of replayability here. I love the strategy turn-based combat in this. It was really fun. I've replayed this game so many times. Again, looking back on how I did the videos then, again, this is one where I tried to go a bit deeper, and like I decided to like break it off into sections, and I discussed the combat, and I look back and go, man, I totally went in the wrong direction for this. So yeah, it's always fun to look back. Anyway, let's see what is next.
Hello, and we are back once again talking about another game that you should play today. CrossCode.
CrossCode! Yes, this is an indie action JRPG from Radical Fish, and it was one of the earliest JRPGs that I spoke about on this channel, and I absolutely adore this action JRPG. Now in this we play a character known as Leah, who's got the JRPG trope of amnesia, and she is looking for answers of why she's got amnesia in this place known as, it's a fictional MMORPG she's stuck in called Crossworlds. And it's just amazing. It's so fast paced when it comes to the combat. There's bullets flying everywhere. You can do close up combat. Music's ace. The pixel art style is fantastic. But with this JRPG as well, there's a lot that is special to me, because this JRPG actually created a friendship. Now this is Luca from Fieto Gaming. I discovered his channel because he did a big essay video about CrossCode, and I thought it was brilliant, and I got speaking to him after that video. I invited him on to one of my videos, and we've just been talking ever since. And CrossCode, not only an awesome game to play, but an awesome game to connect people. God, that was an awful line. Shall we look at the next video?
Yep. Subscribe to the channel, please. Hello. The next game I want you to play is Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yakuza Like a Dragon. What a phenomenal JRPG that this is, and again one of the earliest games I talked about on my channel. Now from my remembering, this was another play it video, so this was where I was trying, now that is in quotations, of trying to recommend it to you, because again the confidence wasn't really there with these videos. But that's the thing, if you keep on going and keep on working at yourself, you will get better and better as you go. And I've still got a lot of work to do, because it's not a chicken fillets video without mispronouncing things, etc. But anyway, Yakuza Like a Dragon is a fantastic title. It was the first Yakuza game which took it in a totally different direction, from going from action-based combat to a turn-based combat system with jobs in it as well. It was just fantastically done. It was a brand new protagonist as well. The comedy in this game was brilliant, and it's just full of mini games. If you've not played any sort of Yakuza game, you're doing yourself a disservice, because the Yakuza games are awesome. Now, from my remembering as well, that this was the first Yakuza game which I completed in full. Before that, I completed... didn't complete. I played Yakuza 6. I don't know why I played Yakuza 6 as my first Yakuza, but I never got around to completing that one. I got really, really deep into it. But yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon, phenomenal game. Just get your hands on it if you've not played it.
Oh! One game I have been keeping my eye on most this year has been Valkyrie Elysium.
Valkyrie Elysium, the action-based combat JRPG from Square Enix. Now, oh, Valkyrie Elysium. So, the original video was me hyped about the demo which came out, and I was giving first impressions of this game. And honestly, I really wish I didn't waste time on it. Valkyrie Elysium's a weird one. It's a budget title at the end of the day, so don't expect much. I've kind of called it before Final Fantasy 16 Lite, because you can see sort of similarities with the combat system and kind of like story progression. But anyway, yeah, Valkyrie Elysium is kind of a waste of time, to be honest. It's an alright game. It's an alright game. I have completed it. I have recommended it on the channel before. But there's loads of better action JRPGs that you can play. If it's really cheap, it is, you know, worth a wee crack at it. But yeah, let's move on. Persona 4 Golden, the remastered version of the PS2 hit classic from Atlus. Now this JRPG right here is one of my all-time favourites. I remember when I first completed it, and then I thought to myself, I'm going to replay it straight away. And I think I shelled about 200 hours in those 2 sessions altogether. Amazing. Now this JRPG was, again, I spoke about this as another play video during Sega September, which I've kind of stopped doing because during September usually there's a lot of game announcements and that, and I was kind of just too focused on Sega stuff. So yeah, but Persona 4 Golden is a fantastic JRPG. It's a turn-based JRPG. The story is just wonderful. It breaks away into like 2 parts where you're dungeon crawling, and then you've got the social link aspect of the game where you're going around the village of Inaba, building your bonds. And I never played a JRPG like this before, because the JRPGs I played previous were just Final Fantasy up till this point in my JRPG journey. So yeah, Persona 4 Golden will always have that special place in my heart, because it was the gateway into new JRPGs. Persona 4 Golden, this is rumoured to get a remake as well, and with after playing Persona 3 Reload, if this is the case, I'm really looking forward to it if it gets announced. But yeah, there we go. Those are the first 7 JRPGs I discussed on my channel. What were your thoughts on this, and have you ever seen these videos? Do you want to look back at them? Probably not. Leave a comment down below or something. Yeah, the usual buff. Now, if you like what you're hearing and seeing on this channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, please hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillets, and until next time, tate bye.